It's time for a speed review. Hello, my name is Alex Does F1 Stuff, and today we are doing a speed review of round number 4 in Britain of the entire weekend, hopefully in under 5 minutes. So I will be trying to do this uncut, in one take, no edits, and under 5 minutes. So let's begin now. So it was a 52 lap race around the 891 kilometre circuit of Silverstone, the British Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton going for his record 7th home Grand Prix victory. Let's see what happened. First, we have some major news though. Sergio Perez was ruled out of the British Grand Prix after testing positive for COVID-19 on Thursday after an inconclusive test the day before. And Nico Hülkenberg was confirmed as his replacement at Racing Point for the British Grand Prix. Nico Hülkenberg has returned. But we will jump now straight on into practice. And practice 1 was led by Verstappen, then Hamilton, Stroll, Albon, Leclerc, Bottas, the 2 Renaults, Hülkenberg, the 2 AlphaTauris, the 2 McLarens, the 2 Hasses, an alternating quartet of Raikkonen, Russell, Giovinazzi, Latifi and Vettel, who failed to set a time due to an intercooler issue. Now we jump to practice 2. A little bit more eventful. Stroll topped this session from Albon, Bottas, Leclerc, Hamilton, Sainz, Hülkenberg, Gasly, Ricciardo, Raikkonen, Norris, Ocon, Giovinazzi, Verstappen, down in P14. Kvyat, Grosjean, Russell, Vettel down in P18 as well. Magnussen and Latifi. But this practice session was not without incident. Alex Albon had a little dink into the barriers, causing significant damage to his car. Hopefully the Red Bull mechanics can get that fixed for practice 3, which is up next. It was a cooler day. Friday was a very hot day. The Mercedes didn't like it. Cooler conditions, they are 1-2. Bottas from Hamilton, then Verstappen, Stroll, Sainz, Leclerc, Norris, Ricciardo, Hülkenberg. The 2 AlphaTauris, Albon, managed to get some running in practice 3, only 9 laps, down in P12. Then Ocon, Vettel, Grosjean, Russell, Giovinazzi, Magnussen, Raikkonen, Latifi at the bottom. Vettel really not enjoying his Ferrari. But we will leave practice now and head to qualifying, and it's Q1, and out is Magnussen, the 2 Alfa Romeos, Giovinazzi and Raikkonen, Grosjean and Latifi. However, Latifi did have a wee little spin in the session, causing a yellow flag which Russell failed to obey, and he is hit with a 5-place grid drop for the race. Ah dear, right, Q2. Out is Gasly, Albon in P12, Hülkenberg on his return to Formula 1 as well, then Kvyat and Russell down in P15. But again, this session is not without incident. Hamilton spun. Hamilton had an incident through happily on the medium tyres, as is Bottas, Stroll and Vettel as well. But we will jump now into Q3, which is dominated by Mercedes. Hamilton 0.3 to Bottas, 1 second to Verstappen. Leclerc a mega P4 for Ferrari. Norris, Stroll, Sainz, Ricciardo, Ocon and Vettel in P10. A dominant display from the Silver Arrows. They're probably just going to walk away from the race. Let's have a little find out. It wasn't. Hamilton did come away with a victory though, his 7th in Britain, from Verstappen just 5 seconds in it. Then Leclerc, Ricciardo, Norris, Ocon, Gasly, Albon, Stroll, Vettel, Bottas, Russell, Sainz, Giovinazzi, Latifi, Grosjean, Raikkonen are your race finishes, with Kvyat, Magnussen and Perez all out. Oh, not Perez, I forgot to change it to Hülkenberg, not Perez. Hülkenberg failed to even start the race. But we begin with that DNF. Kvyat had a Kvyat off, or Kvyoff. Yes, he crashed. Lap 11, he crashed. Quite significant, actually. Quite a big, hefty crash. But also Renault. What a race from Renault. 4th and 6th, taking effect of all of the madness, the pure madness that happened during this race. As with Leclerc as well, another podium. 2 podium finishes for Charles Leclerc. But it is Lewis Hamilton who wins with a puncture. That Mercedes can still win on just 3 tyres. 5 seconds from Verstappen, who pitted as a safety concern, as Bottas also got a puncture on lap 50, as did Carlos Sainz, ruining his race. And just before we end, we will look at the championships. Hamilton takes a convincing 30-point lead from Bottas, with Verstappen, then Norris and Leclerc P5. The Constructors' Championship, Mercedes extends their lead by just 1 point. Got some little visualizations here. Hamilton just storming away, absolutely storming away. Bottas a nice horizontal with Verstappen coming up to meet him. And the Constructors, again, Mercedes clearly out in front, with McLaren above Racing Point and Ferrari. And review is all done. 4 minutes, 59.48. Oh, all done. Well, there you go. That is your British Grand Prix speed review. I am producing a slightly longer review, the whole weekend review. It will be closer to about 30-35 minutes. There's a nice little contents page on there that I'll make as well, so you can skip from the practice sessions that I'll talk in depth into, also qualifying as well, and then in depth into the race. Focus about 10 to 15 minutes on each session, as in each, like, not each practice session. I don't spend 10 minutes on practice 1. I spend about 10-15 minutes on just practices, then the qualifyings, and then the race. But yes, that's all I've got for you today, guys. I hope you have enjoyed that, and I will catch you in the next video with whatever and whenever I decide to make it. I'll see you guys then.